Hey guitar playing champions, I'm Tom Hess, and today I teach you how to improve the sound of any guitar lick or rhythm part of any song using the backslide and the backslide chain lead guitar techniques. Now when you apply this simple technique to your guitar playing, solos, melodies, rhythm parts, and songs, the result is pure awesomeness and it's a lot of fun. So grab your guitar and let's have some fun. So let's define what a backslide is. And before I do that, let me tell you what a backslide is not. A backslide is not a descending slide. That is not a backslide, that is a descending slide. A backslide is simply this. You play a note, any note you want, you slide away from the note, and then you come back to where you started. So for example, that's a backslide. I started here. I slid up to at no particular place, and then I slid right back down to where I started. That is a backslide. Backslides can be ascending, then descending like this, or they can go the other way. Either way, but when you come back, there are two backslides contain two slides. When you come back to where you started, that is a backslide. All right, so for the first set of examples, I'm going to be using an A minor pentatonic scale, the little box pattern that you probably know. And I'm going to improvise just a small little lick, small little phrase, and I'm going to end that phrase with a backslide. And then I'll play the same thing again without the backslide so you can hear the difference that the backslide makes. So here's the first example. So that's the backslide on the final note. Now if I play it again without the backslide, it sounds like this. It's okay, but it was cooler, at least I think so, with the backslide. The backslide and a little vibrato at the end. And again, without the backslide, it's cool, but it's not quite as dramatic as with the backslide. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to change the final note. So instead of ending on D, 7th fret of the 3rd string, I'm going to end on C, 5th fret of the 3rd string. But the lick will essentially be basically the same. So it sounds pretty cool with the backslide on C. All right, so now let's do the same lick, and this time I'll end on the A note, 4th string, 7th fret. Okay, so basically I'm just ending here on the D string, 7th fret, A, and I slid up to the 10th fret and then came back. You don't have to slide to the 10th fret. We could have slid to the 9th fret and that would be fine. Even the 8th fret would have been okay. You're just sliding up and coming back. Let's do one more. This time, let's slide to the G note. So that sounds pretty cool there too. So in that case, we're just ending here on the 7th of our scale. So I'm on the 5th fret of the 4th string. And I'm sliding to really anywhere, no place in particular. And it just changes the character of the phrase. So again, we're basically just... That was ending on D. That's ending on C. That was sloppy, but ending on A. And there, we're ending on G. Now, before we go any further into the backslide technique, I've got another video which covers some additional points about backslides and different things about it that's in a different context than what we're doing here. You might want to check out that video after watching this one. So another cool thing that you can do is apply the backslides to double stops. So sticking with our A minor pentatonic scale, we've got a really cool double stop here on the middle two strings, strings 3 and 4, fret 5. So when we play this, we can slide up and slide back to where we started. So I'm sliding from the 5th fret to the 7th fret and back to the 5th fret. And we can make this a little bit more interesting if we kind of chug on the A string a little bit like this. Sounds really cool. So that double stop gives us a really gritty feeling, and then doing the backslide on the double stop just makes it even nastier. Really cool sound. So now to expand on this idea, we can move our double stop from the 5th fret. So instead of doing this, we could play the 7th fret and slide up, let's say to the 9th fret. Sounds cool. Or we can go down to the 2nd fret. Sounds cool down there too. When you go to the 2nd fret, in this case, it's helpful if you slide up to the 5th fret. So from 2 to 5 and back to 2, because those double stops are right in key, they're right in the A minor pentatonic scale, and they sound really good. Now, one thing that you probably saw me doing, but I didn't explain yet, is about how I'm getting the vibrato onto the double stops on guitar. So to save time, to stay on focus for this video, I've got another video that you can go check out on YouTube. It's called Double Stops on Guitar with Vibrato, and it will go into a lot of detail about how to get the vibrato on double stops to sound good and to be in tune. So you might want to go check that one out before we go further. All right, so the next step is to daisy chain or connect these backslides together, and that's called a backslide chain. And in this case, we're going to do backslide chains with double stops. So sticking with our A minor pentatonic scale here, I'm going to play this. So all I'm doing here is I'm playing the double stop in the middle two strings, fret 7. I'm going to slide up to the 9th fret, come right back down to 7. Then I'm going to go to the 5th fret, slide up to 7 and back to 5. Then from there, 2nd fret, slide up to the 5th fret and back to the 2nd fret. Now, when I play this, I'm also adding in the A string palm muted in between those backslides. And to do that, to show you that slowly, what I'm doing is I'm playing. Not exactly in that rhythm, it's more like this. So there's just one open A string, palm muted, in between each of the backslides. And it sounds really, really cool. So you'll hear this sound in a lot of kind of blues-influenced rock, blues rock kind of stuff. I just made that up, but you can probably hear the same kind of sounds, almost the same thing, same riffs in lots of songs. So it's really cool. You can play it, you can use it, improvise with it, create your own songs with it. It's a lot of fun, and it sounds really good. So now let's talk about how do you practice these things? How do you practice the blues rock licks with these backslides, this minor pentatonic stuff with backslides? Well, all we're really doing is we're just taking notes from the minor pentatonic scale, They can be individual notes, melodic notes, parts of solos or whatever, and you're just choosing any note to do a backslide on. Now, in the examples that I showed you, all the backslides went up and then came back down. They didn't have to. You can go the other way. You can play a note or a double stop, go down and come back up. You can mix the two. You can do anything that you want. So these cool pentatonic guitar licks are cool partly because those backslides make them sound more interesting, just grittier. There's just more feel to them. Now, if you have any questions about this video, or you've got any requests for new videos you'd like me to make, let me know in the comments section below. I read every single one, no matter how silly it is. I read them all. And this video was requested actually kind of a long time ago by someone, and I finally got around to making this video based on that request. Now, if you like my videos on YouTube, you're going to love my personalized breakthrough guitar lessons. I'm going to show you exactly how to transform your guitar playing from being just okay to being really awesome. Even if you're stuck right now or you've had some self-doubts about playing guitar along the way, just imagine how much better your guitar playing is going to become when you know exactly what to do, exactly how to practice, and you have the guidance and roadmap to get you there. I've done this for literally thousands of people over the years. If you do the work, if you'll practice at least 30 minutes a day following exactly what I show you to do, I'm absolutely certain I can help you become the player that you want to be. Unlike other lessons, you're not going to get generic cookie cutter lessons from me. You get lessons customized to you, to who you are, what your goals are, your challenges, your strengths, your weaknesses, your learning style, experience, frustrations, and most importantly, who you want to become. So check out my breakthrough guitar lessons at tomhess.net/guitar and see if they're right for you, and I'll see you on the other side.